Hey, it's Tree from Tree Essentials, and today I wanted to talk to you about going through your own personal rebirth cycle and how that impacts hair growth in a actually positive manner. So let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, when a woman goes through birth, it is kind of a painful process due to the fact your ligaments have to separate from your hip prior. You have a baby going into the vaginal cavity, and then it goes through a cervix hole that was 0 centimeters open all the way up to 10 centimeters. So it's a process. It's a moment that as well is different experience for each and every individual. So when I speak about our hair growth, and I'm talking about rebirth and talking about birth in general, I want you to note that everybody's experience is different. There are some people that go through a natural labor, meaning no medications. There's some who take medications, still do a vaginal. There are some that go through C-sections and all of these different things. But at the end of the day, you are still birthing out a baby, hopefully in its healthiest version. Sometimes they come a little earlier, still could be healthy. Sometimes they're born NICU, have to go through some type of intensive care. And so every piece of this journey and experience is unique to each individual, but there are actually cool ways that you can kind of make your birth a lot easier. And that's the same way with our hair growth. So our hair growth, it goes through many experiences. It's with you for the rest of your life, regardless if the hair came out of your follicles on your head, scalp, or not. The key is the piece of it is embracing your life experience, preparing yourself for your experience, being able to shift when necessary, knowing that things may not go as planned. I'm talking about life right here, and that goes with your hair growth. Your hair growth is a reflection of the experiences that you go through in your life. It is not just its own little small compartmentalized space. It is actually something that goes along with your psychological, your social, your emotional, your spiritual, your financial, your environmental. It's a many aspect. It's its own system, and then the system is coming through on a physical space, meaning your body. Your hair holds DNA, life force energy, and as well it holds piece to the system of the integumentary system. So it's one of the last things to grow. Integumentary is talking about your skin, your hair, and your nails. So these are things that are not required, even though they technically are required, but it's the last thing to grow on the body because there's more important pieces on the body besides those things. And luckily, we have something called the beauty industry, and they cater to all these different areas. But when we're talking about a rebirth, we're talking about an experience of going within, being your highest best self, evolving, removing things that no longer services you, preparing your life into a space where you appreciate all of you no matter what, and going through the process even when it sometimes is painful. Yes, pain is a part. Beauty is pain. I know you heard that. I don't like to be in pain that much, but when you are getting to the better side of things, meaning of giving birth or into the hair experience, you are going to have some parts of reflection and removal pieces that may not feel the best. I'm talking about life at this point. Sometimes we lose people. Sometimes there's hair loss. Sometimes we have medical problems, medical issues. It's a whole bunch of things that can kind of attribute to how our hair growth is going to actually deem and come through our body. So how do we prepare for these things, even when there may not be information to tell you you're about to dive into a new environment in your life? Well, first and foremost, you give everything to Creator. Creator definitely said in the Bible, because when Eve took the apple, he said that you will have the desires of your husband and to go through childbirthing pains. And childbirthing pains are not just experiences of the pain of giving birth. It's the child, the whole piece, meaning the letting go, separation, sometimes arguments, different pieces that come with being a responsible mother, father. It's so many different pieces attributing. And so when I'm talking about these parts with childbirth, rebirth, in your hair growth process. Sometimes you may not want to cut your hair, even though you may need to. Sometimes you may not want to start all the way over. Sometimes you may not want to have to do certain things, like not have specific hairstyles, or you may need to start taking certain medications, supplications, vitamins, minerals that don't taste the best. You may have to remove yourself from different areas that sometimes you've seen yourself being in over a lifetime. It's a process of release, of regrowth and renewal, and that's the piece of rebirth, because we cannot really go back into our mother's womb. It specifically says that in the Bible. I don't remember who creator was talking to, but I think it was Nicodemus. He said, how do we go back into our mother to be on a rebirth? And he said, it's not about that. It's about the baptism, water, and confessing and knowing that you are a believer and belong with Christ. And so when I'm saying rebirth with the hair too, your hair is definitely looking to be dumped in some water often, okay? That moisture right there. If you're a person that does not like to drink water, you may have to go through experience of learning how to invite and be more likened to experiencing the taste of water. You may have to go through a process of learning what's best for your hair. And that's why it takes teams, interdependence to become your better best self, because there's people that can assist in different pieces of life. And that's the beauty of everything. So don't take things as just I have to do this. Now this is a burdensome process. Like in a birthing process in today's times, there used to be a time moms would give birth by themselves in a hut sometimes, which is so interesting because they would stand up. But okay, regardless of that, we have people who are able to assist us on our journey when delivering for birth. So allow people to go through with you on your rebirth process with your hair growth. Get you a natural hair consultant. I am indeed one. You can book a consultation. Find someone you trust. Get your trusted healthcare provider team, because your health is wealth, is a piece of your hair growth. Do not forget, your body has 11 different systems, so your hair growth is just one piece. You have to take care of the whole body in order to see the growth that you are truly aspiring for on this hair growth journey. It's not just a one and done thing. This is a consistency thing. So when you have a baby, you're not just done like, okay, I gave birth there, that baby's with you for 18 years. Think of your hair growth. Yes, there are different stages, processes. Babies go through infancy, then toddler, then pre-K, then adolescence, kids. They go through teen, then adult, then they go through into elderly. Like, you are in different cycles of life, so you are going to have to move and shift with the different cycles of life. You may be in a more busier process, or you may be in a more slower space, but regardless, you still need to find those ways to maintain and keep consistency on your self-care habits, diets, and with that, that's your emotions. If you do not control your emotions too much after giving birth, meaning having that supporting thing, that is more likelihood to have postpartum depression, things that are really sad, because a lot of times moms are dealing with this because they don't feel the support, or they're lacking deficiencies in things. And that is why it's key to make sure you are having those support systems in regards to the different wellness dimensions in life, because you can start getting overwhelmed in different aspects and spaces, and it actually plays a role in your hair growth, because your hair is again a reflection of the things that are around you. So you are in actuality not just filling your cup with your hair, you're filling your cup up with your life. That's how you are going to see the growth that you are truly aspiring for. It's not just a one and done, I'm putting some hair butter on my head and I'm going to call it a wrap. Like, yes, you need to start taking time for yourself, making sure you are important just as well as the loved ones you have around you. Balance is key. That is the necessary pieces to having the growth that you are truly aspiring for. Finding that beautiful balance. And balance does not mean everything is even, because there are different parts in life. Things will be more important in certain aspects. That's not what balance means, having everything together. It means finding that good shift that brings homeostasis into your life for that current moment in that time right then. That's the same thing with birth and after. Like, everybody's baby's different. Some people's baby like to be swaddled. Some people's baby like their arms out. A lot of these babies been coming out bobbling on their neck, like they know how to hold their head up. So what I'm trying to say is, you may know certain pieces for your process that are really something that you have a good hold on, but then the pieces you don't, that's where you find the assistance and allow people to help. Because at the end of the day, we are in an interdependent world, and you should be able to rely on those around you and feel good and not feel like a burden having to ask for assistance at times. Because trust me, I know what that feels like. I am the oldest sister, and I called myself the second mom. I was responsible for everybody. People used to call me a mama when I was in my teenage years. Even as a college, I was momming things, and I didn't even have kids, and I still don't have kids. But somehow, some way, I still feel responsible for things, which is, again, okay to care and nurture for others. But as long as you are caring and nurturing for yourself as well, that's really the piece. So rebirthing, being transformed by the renewing of your mind, that is a piece. That is your self-care. That is your emotional states. These are the things to get. Like, yes, scripture definitely tells you the key ways to see the growth that you desire. I truly look forward to the end of this year being able to show you my whole 1 year journey of taking care of my hair in a different way and process, in a protective styling method. And with that, I'm still taking care of my things, even with protective styling. With that being said, you cannot just you can't have a baby, just give it a pat and then think it's done. There are other needs. You have to moisturize that baby. You have to condition, give them food, give them love, give them things. Same with you. Like, all of this is going together, and I hope that you are starting to see how important they all intertwine with one another. And with that being said, I again am Tree from Tree Essentials, and we are restoring our trees to grow essentially. And yes, our hair is a tree because we are like a plant. And with that being said, you can book a wellness consultation with me, and as well, you can go ahead and join my free community where I have a plethora of holistic wellness information and resources to get you on an accelerated course on your hair growth journey. And I love to individualize for each individual person. So with that being said, I want you to go ahead and click the link in my bio. Don't forget to click to subscribe for more of this type of information. And last but not least, we have the ability to plant seeds, inspire others, and inspire change. And with that being said, you have a great day and or night whenever you are watching this. And I truly look forward and honored to working with you and seeing you soon. Take care of yourself like the rebirthing of a baby in your womb, and you will see true results that you are wanting and looking for. With that being said, I will see you later. All right, bye.